zo. Back again, my bro. Hogwarts Legacy. What a game. What a game.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Yes, I'm still loading. You know what to load now? Let's see now.
Beetle the Bard is a bit...
Merlin.
Blooming shit. Not again.
Ring a
I'll be
ding
right
ding.
with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead,
Fuck,
swish.
that's so kakdom. I need to fucking take that kak off me, bro.
How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are.
Leviosa.
Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Da, 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 da. God, what the fuck? Den het goed is. One style. Oh man.
Curious indeed.
Yo, dat looks jealous. This is what you will samen, bro.
How intriguing.
I like the dark one.
Curious indeed.
I like that one actually.
How intriguing.
Dogwood.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
14.5 inches. The biggest out in the business.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
Let's go 13 inches. Oh.
A unicorn hair wand is most reliable and faithful to its owner. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
The boy you loved, going to die.
Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Indeed. Treat it well, and you shall find no more dependable a wand than one with a unicorn hair core. And the bond... Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to...
That sounds...
I'll let you get to...
Yeah. Potions.
If anyone ever knew how to...
Revelio. Accio.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Revelio. Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments.
I'm gonna skip this guy.
You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How many...
Professor Weasley sent me
Yeah,
to
why do
collect some
cutscenes?
recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on any. But for now, what can I do for you today? A wise decision. Thanks. Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Fuck it, just put this extra kak on instead. Actually, shouldn't explore yet. Oh, we shouldn't actually open the chest yet. I should have waited. But anyway, it's part of the game. Doesn't matter.
Revelio.
Freezing boring.
Ah, hello. And how would one like to be styled today?
Hello.
Oh, come in.
Your red glasses
Come in.
is just as cut.
Welcome to Madame Snell's Tress Emporium.
Maybe they're in the
I'm sure I've no
frame
need
rate
to introduce
dipping.
myself.
What the fuck?
They used to call me Snelly. Oh, Snelly, why aren't you studying to be an aura? But I showed them. They're stuck in the dust at the ministry, and I'm here thriving. Absolutely thriving. But look at you. Look at you. I can certainly see why you paid me a visit. Looking for a change, are we?
I look like Jay Gatsby. Hey, Jazz.
Why not, I say?
Summer. What?
What's...
What is it you might be interested in?
Actually, no. 20 gold voor ik.
You
Met de jazz.
can stop by
Ik moet niet
anytime.
raden. Safe.
Revelio.
Maybe do this iets in kakjes en make my spelling money.
I don't want to be associated with any squibs.
Something is triggering this. This kak is maybe silly. Where shit last is.
Revelio.
I'm gonna throw this kak now.
Revelio.
Was I walking around the fucking counter? Where is it? Kom net ook eens, man. Oh, my boosters, man, sipping cup of tea.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
They're going on an adventure.
Revelio.
Well, hello there.
Oh, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me.
Look at that. Yo.
Let me guess. You're
Exchange
after
it
something
without
fresh.
checking. Thank you. Safe. Sack.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest,
Ooh,
I'd wager.
expensive now. You.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Natty.
You've a good head for business, haven't you? No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Saw there.
Let me guess. You're after something fresh. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Revelio. Reparo.
Levioso.
Revelio.
Have you ever had
Revelio.
And then one.
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
Dominus Beast.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Lumos.
I question anything.
Seeds and fruits. Hey, buddy, I'm meant to go to the school shop. This fucking cuck.
I would black want to be headmaster of Hogwarts.
Accio. Reparo.
Perhaps something else.
It was locked. Fuck, song goes me, bro. It's a joke shop.
Revelio.
Table for one, please.
Revelio.
Stupid night cock, I can fucking lock. Met fucking flood the kak. Flood the name over the kak.
Revelio.
Is this not the fucking...
My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready.
Oh, we were, yeah, but he's not selling. I don't really care, so I'm skip. Oh, making my phone make tip. What the fuck is that? And then 2 toes.
What fire? Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
Shit, my bro, where the push that button? That cannot be button.
Are we weakening them at all?
Keep at it! We have to hunt it down!
was trying to beat him at his own game.
I like it. Do more. Descendo. Look, he's faltering.
Took him long enough.
We need to make sure he stays that way.
Goodness! A second troll. Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Check your beat your ass out.
Reparo. Good as new.
A moment, if you would.
I will see what he wants.
Reparo. Revelio. Reparo.
Lucky they didn't do more damage. One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Where does this go?
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
You also saw something about that.
Reparo. Accio.
We were just talking about you.
Of course.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
I should like to. I was. Frankly, I own and as I.
Thank.
Don't really care.
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. You won't be disappointed. That's a glad. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business. I suspect you have a sharp eye for facts.
What an extraordinary introduction.
I sell even more battle-worthy items, should you be inclined. You're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
Thanks,
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're...
Revelio.
It's a lovely game.
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Serona, the owner. She is a charming hostess and a powerful witch. Good one to know.
Vang het page, my bro.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
I'm on the page, my bro. Yes, let's go back.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Serona.
You be well.
Shit. Thrones, my bro.
Now, what can I... Oh,
I'll get a double branding.
there's a face I haven't seen before.
Looks like you had 3
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... Oh. How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the 2 of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be.
Theophilus?
Let's take our galleons elsewhere.
That's a nice name. Who are you?
Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
My eyes sound like a bra. For a woman
Trolls,
eyes.
Ranrock,
They
and
look like a
Rookwood. What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
I think that now might be a good time to head back to the castle.
Hey bro, you need to match. This is the big boys playing games now. And they got the forest, and I get the yellow resources.
I am certainly glad, Cyril.
Look, you forgot where the fuck it was. I should unlock some more spells first. So I don't get stuck.
Revelio.
Come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts.
Ja, died actually. Fuck planes that fly over here.
Might some kind soul help me?
Let the children in.
Are you all right? Everyone.
Because I wanted to make some new friends. My gobstone. Are you familiar?
Gobstones?
That's what I tried. People in Melder, and now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and...
Rather
I'll say. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding?
If I knew that, I'd get whoever hid...
Haven't you any?
Not really.
I'll see what
I'd appreciate that. I'll be back to playing.
Gobstones. What the pussies are called?
Revelio.
I'm gobsmacked.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio.
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Levioso. Revelio.
Brain is just too big.
I'd hate transfiguration if it wasn't.
Oh, hello there. Fly up.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio.
Zenobia.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
And that's what they're all doing to their skin. What the fuck's going on here?
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Reparo. Accio.
Don't know the sparkle that did. Why the push is in here?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Pretty obvious. What a weird sight.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio. Accio.
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Accio.
Just one more gobstone.
I've always said that travel...
The point of order, honorable member.
Speaker, I'm raising on the point of order as is contained in Rule 14S of the Joint Rules of the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces. We can't bury our heads as Parliament and sit here convened by a person who has disregarded the institutions of the We know, as a matter of fact, that there is an issue with the reserve of clarity from him.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Okay. SNPS, everyone else.
There is a point
I
of
think
order.
that issue must, we can't bury our heads in the sand and listen to a person who is involved in wrongdoing.
Honorable members.
And we can't vote wrong into right as Parliament as we did in the last sitting when we were dealing with the Palapala issue.
You are now delivering a speech. This is a speech. Next week, no, Honorable Shibambo, please take your seat. Please take your seat. Honorable member, you know very well that next week you will have 2 days
Revelio.
of the State of the Nation address. For now, we are receiving the State of the Nation address from the President. Please, Honorable Member, now that I have raised a point of order with Honor, he has raised a point of order. I finished ruling with that, Honorable
I hope you've
members.
had more luck than I
Shall
did
we
tracking
now
down my gobstones.
proceed
Hello,
with the
Zenobia.
State
Really?
of the Nation
Common?
address?
Of course.
Ah, now that I have all...
Mr. President, my sincere apologies. I'm told there's a point of order from Mr. Zungula.
I'm sure they'd be willing.
Isn't it?
Honorable
Very well.
Zungula.
I want to call the thing that you did, Speaker, is to anticipate what will happen in the House by reading rules of Parliament. And that is in violation of Rule 90 in terms of the rules. The second point of order, Speaker, is that you are disrupting speakers when they are addressing you.
Honorable Zungula.
And Speaker,
Honorable Zungula,
you are
please
violating
take your seat.
Rule 66.
Please take your seat, Honorable Zungula.
You are violating
Honorable Zungula.
Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought you might be interested in joining me for a bit of an... following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight... Ask Poppy if she'd be interested. I found...
For the third time, Honorable Zungula.
I am raising a point of order.
Honorable
I'm raising
Zungula.
a point of order.
Very well.
Honorable Zungula. Honorable Zungula, I have called you out thrice now. And I am now, no, hold on. Honorable Zungula, Honorable Zungula, I read these rules deliberately and I stated that 14G allows that if the presiding officer is of the view, right, or that a member is deliberately contravening a provision, and that's exactly what you have just done. I request you to leave the house. I do. I request you, Honorable
rhinoceros
Zungula,
skeleton.
to leave the house.
I'm on the right track.
Honorable Zungula, I request you to leave the house. Sergeant in arms. Please. Honorable Zungula must leave the house.
There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
This stairwell looks promising.
I will...
This looks like the portrait from the map. And where's the treasure? Accio! There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of our
Thank you
search.
very much. Honorable members, Sergeant in arms, will you please call in the Parliamentary Protection Services to remove Honorable Zungula? I thank you, honorable members.
Find anything
In
yet?
fact, honorable members, the reason why
Well,
I ignored
on to the
what
next
Honorable
Hogwarts
Zungula
mystery.
raised,
Wonder if a quick
it is
rummage
because
round
he did not-
Weasley's on...
He quoted a wrong rule. And
Revelio.
that's it. This matter is now over. Honorable Zungula is out. Shall we then proceed with the State of the Nation address? Mr. President, you may proceed.
Revelio.
May proceed. Honorable members, may I just point out that the reason why I've removed Honorable Zungula is not about quoting a wrong rule, but just to defy my instruction. It has come to an end now, honorable members. Honorable Zungula defied my instruction. Will you please lower your hands? We are now proceeding with the business of the day. Mr. President, you may proceed.
Thank you.
Order, honorable members. Honorable members, I'm not going to allow it. Honorable members.
You know, there is such a thing
Hold on. Mr. President, my apologies. Honorable members.
Revelio.
I do want to say
Professor.
that I will not entertain spurious
This is grave
points
news
of
indeed.
order.
If Ranrock's...
I will not entertain spurious
No,
points
I
of
dare say
order.
after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins
Now,
at Grim...
honorable members, we are not going
They're
to
after
waste
the locket.
time on points
Yes,
of order.
I discovered an inscription.
Addressing you, honorable men,
It's a
just
map of
keep quiet until
Hogwarts,
I
to be
finish,
sure.
because I will give you the
It leads to
opportunity
the
to
library.
speak. Right?
I suspect
Don't do
it.
that.
Shall we go?
Don't do that.
If our experience at
No,
Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam,
Whoever. Honorable Tambo, Honorable Pambo.
perhaps we are
I'm
only
watching
after
you,
a
Honorable
goblin
Pambo.
library. But we should be prepared for
I
anything.
am
Once you've
watching
honed your
you.
defensive magic for...
I am watching you.
I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Honorable Mente. Honorable Mente.
Revelio.
We look
How nice to see you, my young...
the mics, honorable. ICT. Thank you. Thank you.
Masibulele mama, bulele kakhulu. Sizawukhumbula ubana ngo-2021 sabizwa ngupresident kule house esibizela izinga le-GBV eliphezulu. Emva koko wacela i-South Africans ubana ngaba zimncedise ukulwa
The
izinga
Dedalian keys
le-GBV
are back.
and femicide.
Aren't they brilliant?
Kodwa ephalaphala uthathe umfazi
Mama. Honorable member,
bahlukumeza amapolisa phansi
I hope you follow a few keys at least.
On
If you
what
manage to
point
open a
are you
cabinet,
rising?
I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Point of order 14S.
Point of order and 14S of the rules. 14L and 14S of the rules.
14
of joint rules.
Will you please
Yes.
go through that, honorable member?
I don't have the book with me.
Honorable
It
member.
allows me to address you.
Honorable member, the issue you are raising has nothing to do with what we are doing right now, with the business of the house.
Mama, 14S, when a point of order is raised, the member called to order shall resume his or her seat. Therefore, I'm calling a point of order. Everyone else must listen. And ngenhlonipho mama, ungangeni emlonyeni. Ngenhlonipho.
Honorable member.
So, mama,
The point of order you are raising has nothing to do with the violation of the rules which we are working on, of the joint rules.
It has everything to do.
You are engaging in
I wonder
a
where it
debate.
might lead me.
Mama, if ubundimamele,
This is a debate.
If ubundimamele, uzayiva le nto ndizayithetha.
Handy resource indeed.
Awukhange undinike nethuba loba nditsho uba ndifuna uthini.
There's the cabinet.
Honorable member.
How do I get this key in there?
Now, umongameli endlini yakhe ngexesha lento yephalaphala. Umfazi obephayana kunye
No,
nalamadoda
honorable member.
uhlukunyeziwe
You are out of order. You are out of order. Honorable member, you're out of order. This has nothing to do with the debate. Next week, if you think that you want to raise issues related to GBV,
Perhaps
you will
Nelly
have an
knows what it
opportunity to do so. Right now, we
Revelio.
are on item 1, and that item is only one only, and that is the State of the Nation address. Honorable members, please allow me to rule that I will not allow any more points of order unless the point of order, unless I haven't finished, honorable members, unless the point of order is related to the business of the day today, honorable members. Honorable member, we now. Khatebe, Honorable Khatebe. I've given you an opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm rising on the fact that you have already made a ruling. You have already made a ruling that you are not going to take any points of order anymore. Number two, Honorable Speaker. Number two, we cannot.
Were you able to follow one of the daily?
Introduce a debate instead of a point of order.
I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, there must be something grand.
I thank you, Honorable
I should see this through and find...
You are very correct, Honorable Member. Yes, he is. He is. I ruled that, Honorable Members, that we are now, in fact, I think we are now done. I've given an opportunity to Honorable Members to raise their issues, and none of what you are raising is related to what we're about here today. Honorable Zamini, please, we want now to proceed. Honorable members, we want to proceed with the business of the House. It is now 20 past, since 20 minutes after, since we started with this. We now proceed, Honorable. Did I recognize him? Honorable Zamin, yes? On what point are you raising? Are you rising?
I should see this through and find the Slytherin house chest.
Which is? 14 you?
I hope you must speak as a book and sing
I read it to you.
Can I help you?
Yes.
So the other people I
Yes.
It is
Yes.
Speaker.
Yes.
As well seated here.
Of course.
How much more is the country must allow such incompetence to come and address us? This man who seated here
We'll make you regret signing.
Point of order, withdraw that.
1 billion has not given those people.
Withdraw what you have done. This is not, don't say this man, it's an honorable member. It is an honorable member.
Honorable Mr. Ramaphosa.
Number 2,
Yes.
honorable and maintain your decorum. Honorable Zamini.
Leviosa.
Number 2, honorable member. I'm talking now.
Accio.
Honorable Zamini. Will you please now say
Leviosa. Stupid one. Leviosa. Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Mr. President, proceed.
Nice work. Sebastian.
I see the game which
see you back here again.
Honorable members. And I will not allow you to proceed with it. This business of Sona will continue.
Revelio.
I will not allow you to... Honorable Mawutwe, I'm addressing you, please stop that. Lower your hand. Thank you very much, honorable members. Please, let us respect one another. Thank you. Honorable the President. There is no point of order now. Is no point. I've given you adequate time and you are not raising issues relevant to what we are discussing here. here today. What you have been doing is to raise spurious points of order. I'm not allowing it. Proceed, Mr. President. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
What are you up to now?
I'm not allowing any more points of order. Honorable Malema, I'm not allowing you. Honorable Shivambu, I am not allowing you. Honorable Mawujwe, I am not allowing you. Honorable Njozi, I am not allowing you to speak. Honorable Mkalipi, I will not allow you to speak. Honorable Tambo, I will not allow you to speak. Honorable Pambo, I will not allow you to speak. We now proceed with the debate of the House. Take your seat. Take your seat, Honorable Ndozi. Take your seat. There's no point of order. Take your seat. There is nothing out of order at all right now. There is absolutely nothing out of order right now. We proceed with the business of the House. You may continue, Mr. President. Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Mawutwe, Honorable Member, please lower your hand. Honorable Members, I don't want to find ourselves in a space where we have to enforce the rules. We all understand what the rules are. Honorable Tambo, uzawuphuma tata. Very soon we are going to be out. Uzawuphuma. No, man. We can't be disrespected in this way. South Africans would like to listen to the State of the Nation address. What you are doing, honorable members, is disrespecting not this assembly, but you are disrespecting all South Africans. I will not allow any more points of order. I have ruled and I am not going back on that one. If you do not want honorable members to be part of this
joke
session,
of a country.
if you don't want to be part of the session, if you don't want to listen to Sona, please, you may simply walk out and wait for us outside. That's it.
Yes, but in all fairness, I did almost get flat.
Som on the phone watching TikTok sicker.
I'm done with that, honorable members. I've come to a conclusion that what you all are raising has absolutely nothing to do with what we are about here today. I have, honorable members, decided that you should refrain, as I
shall
have
get
said
in
earlier
trouble.
on, from raising spurious points of order. I have, honorable members, I've allowed you to express yourselves, believing that the points of order you are raising, which are a privilege, by the way, you are unable to say exactly what
I'm going to have to use that gear to get to those
raised.
gossets.
And therefore,
Only
we
4 more
have
to
now
go.
closed the part that deals with points of order. I thank you, honorable members. Proceed, Mr. President. Sorry for keeping this late.
It's not the one before.
Proceed, Mr. President.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I
Speaker
were
of
her.
the National Assembly, Ms. Nosiviwe Mapisa Mabula, Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, Mr. Amos Masondo, Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa,
Honorable members,
Mr. David Mabuza.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. Take your
Everything
seats,
follows
Mr.
me so.
President. Honorable members, seeing that we are
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Do not proceed with this sitting. Once more, I request you, those of you who do not want to be part of these proceedings today should actually leave the house. If not, honorable members, because what is happening now is that you are actually obstructing and you are interfering as the president is present. I'm not going to allow you to raise a point of order because I have closed the points of order, right? Now, honorable members, I request you for the last time now.
Any luck finding my diary?
Please, honorable members, will you please,
Unless you want...
all those of you who continue to say point of order, and I can point all of you.
I wouldn't do that to you, Cressida.
Now,
Only trying to teach you to be a little more careful.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in them. Now, to work out, perhaps I should start...
I've given you ample time. And
thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me.
All that you are raising is an issue which has nothing to do with the State of the Nation address. The issue which you are raising is an issue which you will have a right to raise when you are engaging in your debates next week. Honorable members, I've closed it. I've closed it.
How you fucking reacted when you
I've closed it, honorable members.
That's how I reacted, and I was trying to get all like the
honorable members,
fast
it is over. It can't continue.
Finish this part. I can do the others tomorrow.
Thank you. Mr. President, you may continue.
I'm not gonna finish this tomorrow. Okay, I can probably, but you know, every time I look at the map, I'm like, fuck, I didn't know it was this big.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The Executive Mayor of the City of Cape Town, Mr. Gordon Hill Lewis.
Revelio.
Our former President, President Thabo Mbeki. Former Deputy President, Ms. Baleka Mbete. President
good.
of the
Professor Field,
Pan-African Parliament.
as such, you are to learn
The Right
Incendio,
Honourable
the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds...
Quite.
You will
But
help
before,
me
you may be surprised by some of them.
or usher
When you're
out
finished,
people who do not want to be part of the debate.
you know where to
That's where
find
we
me
are
once
now.
you've finished.
Finish what? Oh, what the
Seems
crap is
crossed
this?
wands isn't as secret as it's
Honorable
believed to be.
Shivambo, Honorable Malema, Honorable Mente, Honorable Mawutwe, Honorable Dlamini, Honorable Ndlozi. I don't need to be assisted to chair, please. Diekeni, let me deal with my mess right now. It's mine. Leave me to deal with it. Honorables, the ones I've just called now, you can leave the house. Now, now. Certain and arms, leave the house.
Next time, perhaps.
Excellent form. Whose names I've called out must leave the house.
Nicely done.
Levioso.
I'd say that's enough
What's the name of the person?
Hello, Lucan. I'm ready.
Members, you are refusing to leave the house?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ready to get thrashed? Apologies in advance.
I now suspend the proceedings. I now suspend. You're better than that. Security services already public of South Africa. You now come into the paper and remove the member. The business is suspended for the next 10 minutes.
Leviosa. Accio. Potato. Leviosa.
Act like a winner.
Ora, where the one is?
Some big hits that round.
Honorable members.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
Of course they're getting thrown out. What's new?
The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Business of the house.
Assignment's all finished.
Animal out.
What a bunch of fucking idiots. I think that's the wrong fucking devil.
Do we really need a bucket of wine?
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accomplish. Glad to hear it.
Should be.
Yes. Your spellcast. I would rather we not end today. Let us begin.
Honorable members, the ladies
Concentrate
of the PPS.
and keep your wand steady.
Honorable members, the ladies of the PPS, will you please remove the ladies?
Just fucking go up to these stupid.
Practice in the classroom before you go. And set
Incendio.
up a few targets for you.
Potato. Incendio. Reparo. Accio. Leviosa. Incendio.
What's a show?
Accio. Leviosa. Incendio.
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, we will now resume the business of the House.
Accio. Incendio.
Setting things ablaze is certainly cathartic, isn't it?
Honorable members, I've noted your hand, honorable member. May you please allow me to address the House first. Thank you very much. Honorable members, I want to start.
I wonder
by
if you might be able to help me
apologizing
with a
to all of
small,
you for what has just happened. I also want to apologize to the South African nation, which is watching the proceedings. I do want to thank the speed with which the PPS and the security of police came in and dealt with the
Hidden
issues.
herbology corridor.
The issue is
Sounds
now
intriguing.
we will proceed with the business of the House, honorable members. It was not our intention to continue in the manner in which we have done. But honorable members, we've had to suspend the House because there was disorder. Thank you very much, honorable members. Honorable member of leader of the opposition party.
Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, I don't intend to delay the proceedings any more than they have already, but it is an important point of parliamentary privilege. Prior to you issuing an instruction for the security services to enter the chamber, they had already entered the chamber, armed with firearms, and this matter has already been the subject of litigation in the High Court of South Africa, which ruled that it was not permissible for members of the armed services to enter the Chamber of Parliament without your express permission. That was not the case in the sequence of events. I'm not asking you to make a ruling now. However, I am asking you to examine the footage and for you to ensure that in future the rules of Parliament are upheld and that members of this House are not intimidated by an uninvited insurgence of the security services into the chamber. Thank you.
These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling.
May I just draw your attention to this first? I don't know. I will have to watch the footage. But what I do know is that the honorable members who I had called requested to leave the chamber have not been invited to the stage where the president was sitting. That I must say, rules or no rules, here was a situation, my common sense tells me that a president is sitting here and is addressing, and I ask people politely to leave the house, and instead of leaving the house, they climb
This
the
must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor.
Threatens the security of the principal. And I want to request us, honorable leader of the opposition, that this is should not be a matter that delays the proceedings anymore. Anything else now,
Devil's Snare
we will
seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light.
Oh, fuck.
Incendio!
You and us from our side,
Rebellion.
being removed from the house can never allow you and give you the right to run to the stage where a
Incendio.
principal is sitting. And I think that's the only reason. And please allow me on
Incendio.
same heaven that I do not give you to speak. Let us close this matter. This matter must be
Incendio. Seems the Devil's Snare was protecting a chest of some kind.
in the event of violence or a reasonable
Incendio.
or serious action as a result of a
Rebellion.
resistance to be removed, right? Now, the presiding officer may suspend the proceedings, and that is the basis on which I suspended the.
I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacula would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio.
Hold on, because I know the rules. You understand?
Rebellion.
I have a reason to do this right now. Honorable, the same has.
Incendio.
President, for delaying you further than you've been delayed already. But this is an important point, and it's important for our Parliament. Madam Speaker, at that stage that the security services rushed in, there was at that stage no threat to life or limb. Furthermore, they can only enter the chamber upon your invitation. That was not the case. They entered the chamber prior to you saying I invite the security services in to stabilize the situation. It is a very important point for you as a presiding officer to protect our parliament from incursion from forces that account to the executive. And it's a parliamentary point. I'm happy to take it to the Rules Committee with you, but I want it on the record that we are not
protection team, the counter-assault team, on the stage right inside Parliament.
Mr. Malema, can you just tell us about how many people have been injured from the EFF side?
We have not checked as to how many people are injured, but our national chairperson is not here, has been injured when she fell down inside a group of men were stamping on top of her, both in uniform, in the counter-assault protection, in the protection.
He's playing the whole time.
We identified them through the badge and members of the parliamentary protection.
Would they be taking any legal action?
We're going to take a legal action because she can't chase me out of parliament without calling my name and warning me 3 times. When you abandon the rules of parliament for emotions, this is what happens. She violated every book in the law, and this has to be declared unconstitutional and unparliamentary. Her conduct is unbecoming. It was her who had the responsibility to protect members of parliament.
On what basis do you understand that EFF was kicked out?
We were kicked out because we're calling for point of order. That the president is not legitimate to stand before us. He has taken us to court, and by taking us to court, he has declared a motion of no confidence on us. And secondly, that the president has
Have you found anything to prove my bravery yet?
Majority in parliament, not to be held accountable, and this parliament has to hold him accountable.
Thank you for all
to show that the president came unprepared not to be accountable to government parliament. He came with uniform and elite units of the police to come and defend him here. We get chased out. She has no right to say, I'm now done with point of orders because you are calling point of orders and I've entertained those. No. The Constitutional Court ruled that we must be treated as individual members of parliament. We cannot be treated as a group. And what she did was to treat all of us.
As well as the chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, Mr. Amos Masondo. I also extend my greetings to Deputy President.
There you are.
David David
Huh? Meant to be on the floor.
The Executive Mayor of the City of Cape Town, Mr. Gordon
Hello, sir.
Lewis.
You'll be pleased to know that I worked on
Former President
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new one.
Former Deputy
You must
President
continue to work with.
Mbete.
That said, I don't wish to postpone our...
President of the Pan-African Parliament.
Shall we proceed?
The Right Honourable
Fig,
Fortune
I have work for you.
Tarumbira.
Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is-
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
Present, mayors, heads of institutions supporting democracy.
That man is
Deputy
exasperating.
President of the governing
Unfortunately, our
party,
trip to the restricted section will have...
Matile,
But,
and
Professor,
leaders
I shall find you when
of
I've
other
completed what...
parties, members of parliament, chief of the South African National Defence Force, commissioner of the South African Police Service,
Revelio.
commissioner of the South African Revenue Service, fellow South Africans. It is indeed a great honor.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section.
To stand
Perhaps
before
he'll
you
have
this
an idea.
evening to present the state of the nation. The moment of the state of the nation endears us to ask ourselves a number of questions, but the one I want to focus on today is what defines us as
I've
a
never...
nation.
If you... So... I need to find
We are
something.
not a nation defined
Thank you, Sebastian.
by the oceans and the rivers that form the boundaries of our land. We are not defined by the minerals under our earth or the spectacular landscape above it. We are not even defined by the languages and the cultures that we have as a people.
See there?
By the songs that we
That's
sing,
the door we need to
or
reach.
even by the work that we do.
And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn?
Something. Give it a try.
Even in these trying times, it is hope that should sustain us and fuel our determination to overcome even the greatest of difficulties. And difficulties we have by the ton. Just 3 years ago, our country was devastated by the worst global pandemic in living memory. Thousands of lives were lost. Companies that employ many of our people closed, and jobs were lost. COVID-19 did not browbeat us into submission or disillusionment. Working together, we overcame that crisis, and we have started to recover.
We must remain unseen.
And it is important for us to pause for a moment and look back whence we have come. That we have recovered, much as a number of families, more than 100,000 or so, but it is during this period, as we look back, and as we look at what has been unfolding, that we need to say there are certain things that are happening in our country that we need to take note of. Today, our economy is larger than it was before the pandemic. Between the third quarters of 2021 and 2022, around 1.5 million new jobs were created in our economy. That's something to note. The presidential employment stimulus has provided work and livelihood opportunities to more than 1 million people. Who did not work. Last year, our matriculants, something that we need to be proud of, defied the effects of the pandemic to achieve a pass rate of 80%, and we ought to congratulate them for that achievement. And we see this spirit of resilience and determination and achievement in our artists, in our musicians, actors, authors, sportsmen and women who are making waves here at home and on the continent and beyond our shores.
Behind the bookcase.
Banyana Banyana made us proud when they won the Women's African Cup of Nations to become the African champions.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now. I said usually, but it'll still be all right.
Just recently made our country proud.
The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, I'll create a distraction to draw her. You distract.
What we have achieved as a nation over the past year, despite our challenges, should remind us that the promise of South Africa is alive. The progress we have seen should give us courage as we look and as we must look to a better
someone
future.
there? Is that you,
And yet,
Reeves?
I address you this evening, fellow South Africans,
delayed.
in your homes across the country.
Here it is.
Many people are suffering. Many of our people are worried. Many are uncertain. And many
That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that
But
book.
of this I am certain. Whatever
Oh, that
the
one's charmed to look
difficulties
more
of the
useful than
moment,
it is. It's fooled me
whatever
twice.
the crises
Never judge a tone
that
by
we
its cover, I
face,
say.
we will rise to meet them together, and together we will overcome the difficulties. This we will be able to do if we work together, and more importantly, if we leave no one behind. We gather here at a time of crisis. Our country has, for many months, endured a debilitating electricity shortage that has caused immense damage to our economy and to the livelihoods of our people. And for 2 years before that, our society, as I said, was devastated by COVID-19 that caused great loss of life and much hardship. The pandemic worsened the situation of deep unemployment as we lost
Should be
more
in the
than
clinic.
12 jobs.
No need for us to be skulking about.
Negatively
So what is it
affected
you've been looking for?
livelihoods and increased
I'm looking
poverty.
for a cure to help my twin sister,
In
Anne,
July
so that she can return to
2021,
Hogwarts.
we experienced the
Because
worst
Merlin
public
knows
violence
everyone
and
else has given up.
destruction in the
Why do you
history
think we'll
of our
find a cure in the
democracy,
restricted section?
costing
Does the
over
Hogwarts
300
matron have
lives.
nothing that can help Anne?
Last year,
No,
parts of the
we've
Eastern
tried
Cape,
everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's.
KwaZulu-Natal and Northwest
But I can research on my
struck
own.
by
No need to
catastrophic
concern yourself
floods
with that right now.
that caused
Let's focus on what you're after.
extensive loss of
Which
life,
is what, precisely?
and
I'll know
also
it when I see
destruction
it.
of homes and destruction of
You're being
infrastructure.
awfully cryptic.
And now, persistent load shedding is impeding recovery from the effects of all these events. We know that without a reliable supply of electricity, businesses cannot grow, assembly lines cannot run, crops cannot be irrigated, and basic services are interrupted. Load shedding means that households and our supermarkets and shops are unable to keep food fresh, water supply is often disrupted, traffic lights do not work, streets are not lit at night. Without a reliable supply of electricity, our efforts to grow an inclusive economy that creates jobs and reduces poverty will not succeed. Therefore, as we outline our agenda for the year ahead, our most immediate task is to dramatically reduce the severity of load shedding in the coming months and ultimately end load shedding altogether.
Sebastian Seller and his
Now,
new
under
little
these
friend.
conditions,
Out
we cannot
exploring where they
proceed
shouldn't be.
as we usually would.
Naughty,
The people of South Africa
get
want action,
Peeves,
they want
don't
solutions, and they want government to work for them. They simply want to know when a problem like load shedding will be brought to an end. We are
Wait,
therefore
I don't want you getting.
focused
I have
on
a way
those
with the fact.
actions
I like having friends.
that will
Now
make
go.
a meaningful difference now.
Now, where has that
and will
damned
enable
poltergeist
real
got to?
progress within the next year,
I know just the
and
spell
that
to
we
repair this
lay
armor.
a foundation for a sustained recovery into the future.
Revelio.
We are not presenting a new plan, nor are we outlining here the full program of government. Rather, we are concentrating on those issues that concern South Africans the most. Load shedding, unemployment, poverty and rising cost of living,
Traces of ancient
crime
magic.
and corruption.
There
I
must be
say,
more to this,
honorable
right?
members, there are no easy solutions to any of these challenges. Yet we have the strength, the means, and the wherewithal, yes, to overcome them. If we work together and act boldly and decisively, leaving no one behind, we will be able to resolve our challenges. This State of the Nation address is about seeing hope where there is despair. It is about showing a way out of these crises. This evening, we will give an account of a number of areas where progress in implementing the commitments we made in last year's State of the Nation address has been made. And there are others where progress has not been made. And we will be quite candid about that. over the course of the last year, we have laid a firm foundation based on the commitments that we made for faster growth through our investment drive. The economic reforms that we have embarked upon, public employment programs, and an expanding infrastructure program. What is clear from our experience of the last few years, indeed from our history as a democracy, is that we are not a people easily resigned to our fate. When we faced the greatest challenge of apartheid, we did not submit to the oppression that the apartheid regime imposed on our people. We stood firm and engaged in a struggle, hopeful that our cause would triumph, and it did. Against all odds, we were able to succeed. We can and we will change the circumstances in which we find ourselves today.
Jesus.
We are both able and determined to overcome the difficulties that we face and place our economy on a firm path of recovery. Our most immediate priority is the damage that was done to our power plants due to a lack of maintenance and the effects of state capture on our institutions. What we can do is to fix the problem today, to keep the lights on tomorrow and for generations to come. In July last year, I announced a clear action plan to address the energy crisis. This was to address the electricity shortfall of 4,000 to 6,000 megawatts. The plan outlined 5 key interventions. First, to fix ESCOM's coal-fired power stations and improve the availability of existing supplies. Second, to enable and also to accelerate investment in generation capacity. Thirdly, to accelerate installing new capacity from renewable gas and battery storage. And fourth, to unleash businesses and households to invest in rooftop solar. The fifth one, fundamentally, to transform the electricity sector to achieve long-term energy security. Now, many experts agree that this plan is the most realistic route to end load shedding. During the last 6 months, we have made important progress in the implementation of this plan. We have taken steps to improve the performance of ESCOM's existing power stations so that the coal-fired power stations that provide 80% of our electricity produce the amount of electricity for which they were designed. Under its new board, ESCOM is deploying people and resources to improve the reliability of the 6 power stations that have contributed most to load shedding. ESCOM is urgently fast-tracking the construction of a temporary solution to bring back 3 units at the power station following the collapse of the chimney of the flue last year, while simultaneously repairing the permanent structure. We are rebuilding the skills that have been lost over time. And we have already recruited a number of skilled personnel to senior levels to be deployed at underperforming power stations. And this is where South Africans have come to the fore, voluntarily and offering their services. And it has just been amazing the way South Africans have rallied together to say this is our common problem and we must work together to resolve it, and not stand on rooftops and just criticize, but find ways of resolving these problems. The Engineering Council of South Africa
This must be the way
has
forward.
offered to give
But to
as
where?
much assistance as required by deploying engineers to work with the management teams at power stations. We have deep skills and expertise right here in South Africa. We just need to use them. National Treasury is finalizing a solution to address Eskom's 400 billion rand debt burden. And they are doing so in a manner that is equitable and fair to all stakeholders, which will enable the utility to make the necessary investments in maintenance
keep my wits about
as
me.
well as transmission. Government will support Eskom to secure additional funding to continue purchasing diesel for the rest of the financial year. This should reduce the severity of load shedding, as Eskom will be able to use its diesel-run plants when the system is under strain. Eskom has launched a program to buy excess power from private generators and has already secured some 300 megawatts, also from neighboring countries around us. The South African Police Service has established a dedicated team with senior leadership to deal with the pervasive corruption and theft at several power stations that has contributed to the poor performance of a number of these stations. An intelligence-driven operation at Eskom-related sites has also so far resulted in the arrest of a number of people, and we are counting 43 and going up. As part of the broader reform process, the restructuring of Eskom that was previously announced about a year proceedings, and the National Transmission Company will soon be operational with an independent board. Later this year, we will table the electricity regulation amendment to this parliament to transform the energy sector and establish a competitive electricity market like what is done in Britain. As indicated in July last year, with a view to addressing the load shedding crisis, we are going to proceed with the rollout of rooftop solar panels. In his budget speech, the Minister of Finance will outline how households will be assisted and how businesses will be able to benefit from a tax incentive. And National Treasury is working on adjustments to the bounce back loan scheme to help small businesses to invest in solar equipment and to allow banks and development finance institutions to borrow directly from the scheme to facilitate the leasing
putting all the measures for corruption in place.
One of the potent reforms we have embarked upon is to allow private developers to generate electricity. There are now more than 100 projects which are expected to provide over 9,000 megawatts of new capacity over time. A number of companies that have participated in the renewable energy program will soon enter construction and will deliver a total of 2,800 megawatts of new capacity. And Eskom will procure emergency power that can be deployed within 6 months to close the immediate gap. We are investing in new transmission lines and substations as especially in areas such as the Eastern Cape, Northern Cape, and Western Cape. All of these measures will result in a massive increase in power to the grid over the next 12 to 18 months and also beyond. Now, this power will be in line with our diverse mix of energy sources, including our current coal-fired power stations, solar, wind, gas, nuclear, hydro, and battery storage. To fully implement this plan, we need a central coordination, and we also need to take decisive action. Some of the processes have been held up by regulations, have been held up by various processes that are embedded in the architecture that we have
You wanted
regarding
to see
energy.
me? Headmistress
In a
Fitzgerald,
time of crisis,
Professor Rackham.
we
Miss
need a
Isadora
single point
Morganach.
of
Welcome.
command and a single
Professor
line
Rookwood,
of march.
Professor Bakar.
We understand
Just as
that
we
you are
address
adjusting
the
well to life
cause
at Hogwarts.
of the crisis,
I am.
we also need
I
to
am glad.
address its impact.
Especially in light of your unusual
Now, the
situation,
crisis
starting as a fifth year.
has progressively
As it happened,
evolved to affect
I was also
every
admitted to
part of
Hogwarts
society.
as a fifth year.
We
I've never
must
heard
act
of another
to
like
lessen
us.
the impact
Miss Morgan,
of the crisis on
when we
farmers,
spoke yesterday
on
after
small
class, you
businesses,
asked about the
on our water
beautiful
infrastructure,
swirls you saw
on
years
our
ago when
transport
we visited your
network,
hamlet.
I
and a
recognized you all
number of
immediately.
other
I cannot thank you
areas
enough
and
for what you
facilities that support
We were glad to
our
help.
people's lives.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic
Now,
everywhere
in
that day.
considering all
My father
these
insists it was
matters and
my
the
imagination
crisis that we are
running
in,
wild, but it was
the
certainly
National Disaster
It was not
Management
your
Center
imagination.
has
Percival,
consequently
Professor Rackham can
classified
see them too.
the
But we've
energy
never known of another
crisis
who could.
and its impact
I
as a
don't
disaster.
understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces
We are
that appear
therefore
when a particular
declaring
form
a
of
national
ancient
state
magic
of
is
disaster
wielded.
to
Ancient
respond to the
Few
electricity
are
crisis
capable
and
of
its
wielding
effect.
it. Hogwarts itself is a
The
stronghold
Minister
of
of
ancient
Cooperative
magic.
Governance and
So if
Traditional
I can
Affairs
see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
has just
With the proper
gazetted
training.
But
the
let us not get
declaration
ahead of
of the
ourselves,
state
Miss
of
Morgan.
disaster, which
Before I
will
can train
begin
you
with
to
immediate
wield such
effect.
magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts
Now,
has to offer.
What will the state of
A
disaster
magic this powerful can do.
I'm playing this
great
game.
enable
power
us
with
to
hands.
do?
It must be
I feel
wielded
like
by a select
I'm
It
part
will
of Hogwarts
enable
B
us
team, maybe.
to
This
provide
don't feel the same.
practical
Speak to
measures
anyone about what we have
that
discussed
we
here today.
need
This
to
is definitely
take
Hogwarts second
to
team
support
or B team,
businesses.
maybe.
A number of businesses, for instance, in food production, storage, retail supply chains, including for the rollout of generators and solar panels and uninterrupted power supply. Where technically possible, it will also enable us to exempt critical infrastructure such as hospitals and water treatment plants from load shedding.
Sebastian.
And
it will enable us to accelerate energy
Sneaking in the
projects
restricted section
and limit
again.
regulatory
I
requirements
had thought we were through with
while
this mischief.
maintaining
Clearly
rigorous
detentions are
environmental
insufficient.
protection as well as
I'm
procurement
afraid I
principles
must take this
and
to the
technical
headmaster.
standards.
But that being
Now, the
said,
Auditor General
Peeves informs me
will
that
be
you
brought
didn't
in
come
to
alone
ensure
tonight.
continuous monitoring
If someone
of
has
expenditure
coerced you, I would have
in
you
order
tell
to
me.
guard against any abuses of funds
You're a bright
needed
boy.
to attend to this
Don't
disaster.
waste this.
Now, to deal more effectively and
There was nobody
urgently
else.
with the challenges
I
that
came alone.
confronts us, I will appoint a
Sebastian.
Minister of Electricity in the
What will your
Presidency
uncle say?
to assume full responsibility for overseeing all aspects of the electricity crisis response. You better listen, including the work of the National Energy Crisis
Revelio.
Committee. Now, the minister will focus full-time on the work with the ESCOM board and the management on ending load shedding and ensuring that the Energy Action Plan is implemented without delay. Now, so as to remove any confusion, the Minister of Public Enterprises will remain the shareholder representative of ESCOM and steer the restructuring of ESCOM and ensure the establishment of the transmission company, oversee the implementation of the Just Energy program, and oversee the establishment.
Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open
the SOE holding
Quite
company.
a few by the look of it.
Now, the process of restructuring government will give us an opportunity to determine the positioning of various areas of responsibility and how best the various ministries and departments can best serve our national objectives. Now, we are focusing our attention on the energy crisis right now, and we will address the restructuring of government in due course. This is necessary because an effective response to this crisis involves several different departments as well as entities that require coordination from the center of government. We will be including other social partners in an effective structure similar to the one that we set up to drive the vaccine rollout. Extraordinary circumstances do call for extraordinary measures. Now, we have cooperated extremely well with a number of role players. The energy crisis is an existential threat to our economy and to the social fabric of our country. We must therefore spare no effort, and we must allow no delay in implementing the measures that are going to enable us to address the crisis. And I'm doing this because much as we have the various regulations, the various laws, the coordination, particularly when it comes to addressing the electricity crisis, is an important instrument that I need to enable us to address this process. Hence, we will have this minister who will day and night just be focusing on this crisis that we are dealing with. As we take these actions to resolve the energy crisis, we are mindful of the risks that climate change poses to our society. Extreme weather events in the form of drought, floods, and wildfires increasingly pose a risk to the health, well-being, and safety of our people. We will continue our just transition to a low-carbon economy at a pace our country is able to keep up with, and at a pace we can afford, and in a manner that ensures energy security. We will undertake our just transition in a way that opens up the possibility of new investments, new industrialization, and that, above all, creates new jobs. The Presidential Climate Commission is guiding much of this work, and in doing so, building a new model for inclusive and collective decision-making, incorporating the individuals, workers, and communities that are most affected in the transition. Much as I'm the chairman of this commission, I'm ably assisted by Mr. Vali Musa, who used to be a minister in our government. Through the Just Energy Transition Investment Plan, 1.5 trillion rand will be invested in our economy over the next 5 years in new frontiers, new sectors of our economy such as renewable energy, green hydrogen, electric vehicles, fuel cells, and you name them. These new sectors are emerging in our economy and are emerging quite fast in the green energy and the electric vehicles. Many other countries are already moving towards manufacturing electric vehicles, and we cannot be left behind as South Africans. And as we move on, we will be able, yes, to address all these new technologies and industries, because this new period ushers in a number of opportunities. It ushers in a number of opportunities to create jobs. A number of projects are already underway, including the development of the new facility by Sasol at Boegoebaai in the Northern Cape, the Priska Power Reserve in the Free State, and the Hydrogen Valley Initiative in Limpopo and KwaZulu-Natal. The Northern Cape has already attracted well over 100 billion rand in investments in renewable energy projects. Now, these projects, no doubt, are going to create a lot of jobs. There's a lot of new investments that are happening in the Northern Cape.
Goblins working with Rookwood
a great deal of hope amongst the people of the Northern Cape.
Rather unorthodox, to
These
say the
and
least.
other massive investments
Unorthodox.
in renewable energy will create jobs and stimulate local economies not only in the Northern Cape, but also in the Eastern Cape, the Western Cape, in Mpumalanga,
So,
turning even the
I was able
most
to search
arid
the restricted
desert
section while
into
you were
a
with
giant
Professor
of
Black.
energy source.
It was a book we
Above
were
all,
after.
our just transition will prioritize workers and communities in vulnerable industries to ensure that no one is left behind. Our economy needs to grow much faster if we are to meaningfully reduce unemployment.
What?
And in terms of unemployment, unemployment in
You
our country
accessed
is
the
a
restricted
structural
section?
form
But how?
of challenge
Thinking
and
on
problem.
it, perhaps it's
But we
best
need
you
to
spare me
address
the
it.
details.
In the
Fair
State
enough.
of the Nation address last
In fact,
year,
the book was below the
spoke
restricted
of
section
our
as it appeared on the
intention
map.
to forge
I want to hear
a
everything.
comprehensive
First, let's
social
have a look.
compact that would join all social partners in a common program to rebuild our economy and to enable higher growth. But I must say tonight that we
dear.
have not been able to conclude
Some of these pages
a
seem to be
comprehensive
missing.
social compact in the time
It
frame
appears someone has
we
got
had
to the book
envisaged,
before us.
because a number of new
I will
circumstances
need time to study
emerged
what remains.
that made it difficult
Perhaps
for
it can
social
still salvage
partners
something useful.
to
It may
forge a
take some
consensus.
time.
But the good thing is,
I wonder why it was here, below
the social
Hogwarts.
partners
I think I know, sir.
have expressed
I saw
their
2 more
intention,
memories where I found the book.
and I've been
Another
talking to
pensive,
them up till
Godric's
just
heart.
yesterday.
The man we saw
Both
before,
Labour,
Percival Rackham, was
business
a professor
and
here.
community,
The first
they
memory
have
showed him and
expressed
3
a
other
clear
professors
intention
using ancient magic
conclude
to
a
restore
social
a hamlet
compact.
from a drought.
Miriam was right.
Continued
And
to
the second
work on
memory?
a
They were
framework
talking to a student
to
who started as a
enable
5th
joint
year, like
action
I
in
did.
key areas
She could see
such
traces
as
of magic
energy,
too.
transport,
Why those
logistics,
memories?
employment creation, and skills development.
Perhaps this book will explain.
I have
Now I'll have
no
to take it
reason
with me to
doubt
London.
the
The
commitment
headmaster
that
has
they have
insisted that I
expressed
speak
to me.
directly to the minister
They
about
have
George's
also
death.
identified a number of areas
What will
in
you
terms
tell
of
them about
localization,
Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how
social
much I dare
protection,
say.
crime and
George
and
tried to
corruption.
convince the ministry about
While
Ranrock,
we remain
but to no
committed
avail.
to forging a
My
new
instinct is to
consensus
follow the path we
amongst
are on
all
for the
sectors
moment
of our
and keep the
society,
details to ourselves
we have
until we know
also
more.
undertaken
Shut up. I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Where actually? Fuck all.
Sometimes it seems all...
As soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside the castle.
What can I do for you today? Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Sure. Yes, like it. I feel lost. I think there's a booster delay in the stream up here.
Hogsmeade, here.
Come on inside. Oh, watch yourself, though.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello,
Sorry,
eh?
I suppose it's my own. By the way, welcome to... Oh, if there was... Except, of course, mind you don't not...
So...
Very...
What do you have?
Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Doors always open. You be sure.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Hope you're not here for a nutgrass frig, because I'm not entirely sure I have them in stock. Such a wee bear being a thrashing to a troll! Oh, I can't believe...
Revelio.
Frog legs.
Revelio.
Levioso. Oh.
Even that fall out.
Protego.
Pushing our luck now. I'll take the city goats on.
Revelio.
This place has seen better days.
Cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
Protego. You've one less follower, Ranrock. Revelio. Stupid one.
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Off on another adventure, are we?
What's... I'm afraid I'm all out of invisibility potion.
Safe. Hopefully the Grim, or whatever it has foretold, doesn't get me first.
Later.
Revelio.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft. You're a slippery little...
Stupid one.
Too slow.
Stupid around like a...
Leviosa.
Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Accio.
On my best work, I'll admit. Come.
Accio. Protego.
Incendio.
Bringo.
Trying to make...
Well, you look like you're right.
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso!
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio.
This looks intriguing.
Sure.
Levioso! Protego! Incendio. Accio. Incendio.
Can we jump, please? No.
Incendio. Incendio.
How the fuck do you do that? Here the streams captivate ages. Dit is dueling en ik break. Okay, nearly fatado.
Could you?
When you spot.
Oh, fuck off.
That'd be. Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
Excellent form.
Accio. Incendio.
Good one.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
You'll get it.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Loom Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Nicely done. Impressive wand work. I'd hate to think.
Hello, Lucan. I certainly am. Yes.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
There goes my wages. Leviosa. Stupid one. Accio. Free. Incendio. Stupid one. Incendio. Stupid one. Accio. Stupid one.
Expelliarmus.
Leviosa. Stupid one. Accio. You're back to the back. Leviosa. Defendo.
Attack winner. I'm the one.
Leviosa. Stupid one. Infringo.
Expelliarmus.
Is that all you've got?
Tickle.
Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Defendo.
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
What a vic!
Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you
Professor
again, Lenora,
Garlic,
dear.
my bro.
Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello.
Chicken kitten, my
Class,
bro.
please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing ball. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Of course.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our...
I wonder if hippogriff...
Yes,
How kind of you. Now, as I mentioned, next will be...
I already have some, Professor.
You visited the Magic Neep. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later, even with soil, sunlight, and...
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be... Now, what say we branch out? You'll find the cabbages do...
Yes, Professor.
Come back as...
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomp... Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a stamp one. Don't worry, Nurse Blaney put it back on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year. Did save her the denoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always...
I tended...
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.